What up, fools?
Back at it again. Revenge of the Cool Kids, episode 3. La 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 la.
Yeah. I want to start off with my only shout out I'll do. My brother Trenton graduated from high school on Friday. Proud of him. He's gonna go to Mansfield University, so hopefully he's got big things in his future. So there's that. One and only for today. Oh, some tasty drink right there,
So
though.
CM Punk's fight was announced.
Oh my gosh, CM Punk. I hope he just gets just his ass whooped.
I've been wanting to see him get his ass
basically
forever.
Just learn you can't just be like someone from the WWE and just come in and walk out of nowhere and become a UFC fighter. It's been 2 years of training and I heard it's not going well.
Yeah, and it's not like something that he's been doing.
No,
he comes from fake wrestling and he's gonna come in and fight.
Brock Lesnar's returning, but he was, like we said before, a Division I NCAA wrestler.
So he has some basis of some base of skill.
He went to Bismarck
College.
High
level grappler.
Bismarck College, where he was a 2-time NCAA junior college All-American. Then he went to Minnesota, also 2-time All-American. And his record was 106-5 during his time in college. And 2-time Big Ten champion. It's
you know what CM Punk's record was? He doesn't have one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like his UFC record, he doesn't have one.
He might have a video game record, he's good on the sticks, but nothing else. I don't know.
He's gonna start and end his career at UFC 203.
Yeah, he's not. Come on now. What is that?
Former light heavyweight champion Rampage Jackson picked up a knockout win.
Did he really? I heard just see people say
some
he looked
random
sloppy.
Dude, I didn't know who it was. What was a heavyweight fight?
Oh, it was a heavyweight fight? Yeah. That makes some sense.
Come a long way from his light heavyweight days.
Oh, man, light heavyweight champ.
You're actually sitting in the presence of a former UFC light heavyweight champion right now.
What? What? Tell me what? I need to know about this.
At graduation, I had this English teacher who was assigned to do my stage walk speech, and we got down to writing the accomplishments and whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, three sport athlete. I played football, I wrestled, I played baseball.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not all state or anything like that. I was like, I'm gonna write something real cool down here. So I took it upon myself to write UFC light heavyweight champion on my list of accomplishments. I'm on stage, graduation day. Everyone's parents are there, cap and gown.
Oh man.
The whole deal. I got my diploma in my hands. I'm standing there. She's talking about me, and she's like, "Yeah, Brandon's hard work and persistence paid off when he became the UFC light heavyweight champion."
Yeah.
Yes. Dude, I had to try so hard not to bust out laughing. And
oh my god.
Mr. Mouth thought it was the funniest shit ever.
I wish I would have thought of something sweet like that, and one dunk champion or something.
Yeah.
Something a teacher would not understand. They would know NBA and stuff.
I came off the stage and one of my teachers fist bumped me. Because me and him used to talk about UFC all the time.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
And dude, I had to try so hard not to crack up.
Oh man.
Because she has no idea what it is. She's an English teacher.
That's true.
She's just UFC light heavyweight champion.
Dude, that's the best. Yeah, then after this, we're probably gonna go to the gym, play some basketball.
Oh, we're definitely going to the gym. Then
after that, hit the pool, maybe see some fine girls from anywhere from age 20 to 45. We don't discriminate.
Oh, about them cougars right now.
Oh yeah, you might see some there, but at the gym, you ain't seeing no one good.
At the gym, I don't care. I don't pay attention to anyone else at the gym.
It's just that focus, right?
Yeah, that's how I roll. Don't talk to me when I'm at the gym. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I've lived here 2 years and I haven't seen anyone great there, but they're just trying to get in shape. Maybe in a year or two they'll be in shape, so they'll be good. But right now, that's still work in progress. It's leg day. We're all in a work in progress right now. At least I am.
Oh,
I'm trying to get up there. Yeah, it's leg day for me at least.
I think people are always a work in progress.
Depends on one thing. Even if your body's in shape, you got other things to work on and stuff like that.
Oh, I just mean in general.
Yeah.
Even Bill Gates, he's still a work in progress.
You can learn.
I mean, they're still making themselves better. Everyone's always consistently.
People can always learn something each day.
Well, maybe not. Not everyone's.
Yeah, some
people are self-destructive.
Yeah, some people aren't trying.
Some people like to shoot up and die.
Yeah, and ruin their lives. But
that's cool too. Go ahead, do what you want.
It's your own choice, to be a failure or whatever. Destroy yourself and not do anything with your life. But
But most people,
yeah, I like to learn something new
are
each day,
consistently working on
and it's
stuff.
really easy to learn something new each day. Like you get some new information, or learn a new word, or new some fact like of history that you didn't know, or some science thing. It's pretty fun to
Oh,
learn.
you know that they say that you learn more in like the first 2 or 3 years of your life than you ever do ever
Whoa,
after that.
that
Because if
makes
you think
that
about it,
makes
you're learning
sense.
how to speak,
Talk
you're
and
learning
walk,
words, you're learning colors, you're learning how to
coordination,
walk.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you're learning how to use your fingers and
Yeah,
your elbows and your knees and your toes and stuff.
I wonder how like other years though, like when you're like start doing like sports, if it like almost is like equivalent to it because like say you're like an 8-year-old and you're learning baseball, basketball, and football all in the same year. That's something learning new, but I understand how the first 3 years because
Yeah,
you're walking
I
and
know
talking
what you're
and
saying.
you're
Like
like
you're learning different
memories,
movements
yeah,
and stuff.
and how to like put them all together. But I can see how like the first 3 years because you learn how to
Yeah,
walk, talk, crawl, stand up,
how to
sit down,
how to
stairs, everything.
comprehend what you're seeing.
Yeah,
The
animals.
concept of heat.
You're in
You
a
know
car.
what
You're trying to
cold is.
yeah. Water, stuff like
Yeah,
that, everything. Yeah, that
animals,
makes a lot of sense. The first
colors.
3 years.
What the hell's the
It's probably
sun?
more like the 2 or 3 years. Yeah, like what is darkness? What is
Yeah,
light?
yeah. What's dark
What
and
are
light?
these dreams and nightmares I'm having? I'm freaking out. I'm a little kid. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
And stuff
wild.
like that.
Like, could you imagine having like those kinds of like that kind of enlightenment as an adult?
Hell
Just
no.
blow your mind. Like
That's like
people would have panic
basically yeah.
attacks.
That's like if you were like in a coma for a long time, you had to learn out everything again.
Yeah, and
That would
everything's
be
completely
so
different.
like such a long road.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, you like
You hear
have to
about those
learn
people going to a coma and then they have to relearn how to
walk
walk
and
and
speak. Yeah,
talk.
because yeah,
God,
I feel bad for them.
that's
That
so much
sucks.
worse. That's
Yeah,
like the opposite of the baby thing.
yeah,
It's like you already knew how to do it, and then you're like, holy shit, I'm like 35, I'm fucked. I gotta relearn all this shit.
yeah. It's probably way harder to do
You're
too.
basically like retarded.
Yeah, you. It's probably way harder to do too because like at one point you knew it and you were a little kid, so you were learning with all these little kids, but now you're like a 35-year-old and there's other 35-year-olds running and
Yeah.
jumping. You're trying to like just try to stand on your own and like
You can't
baby
even
step
say
in.
anything.
Yeah, that sucks. It's like when I would watch Dick Clark do the New Year's thing and I think he had a stroke or something and he would like his mouth was half open. He would like swear
strokes will
words.
fuck
Yeah,
you up.
that sucked. Man, Bret Hart. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he used to be the man, dude.
Wasn't it that Goldberg kicked that
Yeah,
really
he
fucked
kicked
him
him in
up?
the head, and
Like a
then
side kick
he
to
didn't
the
protect
head.
himself right or whatever.
Yeah,
But
Goldberg
then
was also a stiff,
Bret Hart
terrible
went
wrestler.
from being the excellence of execution to just
It's
being like a watered down version of himself.
a guy wearing jean shorts coming to the ring at Raw. And like a huge,
He
he was getting a huge
he was-
pop though because he's Bret Hart.
I
But
don't
it's
know if
just
the
like
stroke gave him a different fashion sense.
Yeah,
I
his
think he was
jean
rocking those shitty jean shorts on his own time.
yeah, that was just like weird to me. It was like wearing some like black faded white up the front jean shorts just with his hands front. I was like Bret Hart. I was like,
Yeah, someone
what is
getting
he
that
going
guy's
to
ear.
John Cena stylist wearing some jean shorts, dude?
Someone getting that guy's ear and be like, bro, jean
Yeah,
shorts are not.
It's not your
in.
thing, Bret Hart.
Especially not in 2016
One of the best ever, though.
when you're 60
Yeah.
years old. Like,
I feel like they all of
put
them
some slacks on.
always
bro.
go for like something happens in their career, like one terrible event, and like they either come up from it or they just stay down. Like, cause I remember
It's such a
something-
circus of a profession. Like,
Yeah.
so much shit's
I feel
going
like they get
on.
like addicted to painkillers too, because their body they are on the road
Some of them have no
300
choice.
300
you're just
days
getting
out of the
fucked
year.
up. If you don't work, you're not getting
Yeah.
paid.
300 days out of the year. Your body's getting. They probably like they're like on demand more than like any other like they're probably like professional athletes, sports entertainment, but it's like.
And all the
Football
press they do.
Football players play
everything.
once a week. Hockey players play a couple times a week. Same with NBA. But like,
Well, we just watched that thing last night where NFL players
go broke.
get paid the least, and the stat was completely insane. It
Oh
was
my
like
gosh.
such a large percentage of them have serious injuries, and the career average was 3.5 years.
Yeah, for like their.
So it's like you're getting paid the least of any pro athlete. Your career is on average 3.5 years, and you're gonna have blown out knees when you're done.
It's
like,
crazy.
hey, have fun being 26 years old with no knees,
And not only
and you have about $2 million in the bank,
and not
if
only,
that, and they don't even know how to handle their money. So who knows how much money they have?
Yeah, they need a financial advisor for like. They just need one for
You
a
come in on a
whole
rookie
team.
contract,
Yeah.
you get paid like $3 million over 3 years.
You're
You're gonna
blowing
make
that
about
money.
$1.5 million. Your knees are blown out, and see you bye. Go
They're
have
just-
fun doing something else.
It was just they were so wasteful. The one guy's like, I bought 4 houses and lost, and the other guy's like, seen someone write a check for $250,000 on jewelry. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, be smarter with your money.
Andre Rison
like-
was like, I spent a lot of money on music, and he's like, sitting there in the studio trying to sing.
Yeah, it's
I
like
was like, yo, someone ripped you off because you cannot sing.
buy a house for yourself and then one for like your family members, like your mom and dad or something, and then like a car or two. That's about like
That's what they need is someone who is a financial
for like the whole
expert
team,
who
like
can give them advice.
like a team, like say like the Miami Dolphins, they have one financial advisor for the whole team that just helps them all like be secure and not like be like, oh, I think you're spending a little too much.
Have a financial advisor and then have a financial advisor strictly for the rookies and like the first and second
like
year
the young
players.
guys. Like then maybe once they're like getting better with it, it's like all right, maybe
Get them into a groove. Teach them how to fucking pay taxes.
Yeah, that's probably that was the thing we were seeing. Like some of those guys didn't even know what taxes. What
like,
his name was like the worst tax.
So and so is going to prison for 3 years for never paying taxes.
Yeah,
someone teach this guy to do his goddamn taxes.
I don't forgot who it was, but someone was like he was the worst. The worst. I think it was in Wisconsin. They're like number one most like owed taxes in the state of Wisconsin. One of those players.
It was an athlete?
Yeah, it was one of those players.
Yeah,
it might have been like Charles Sprewell or something.
He probably got paid. Oh yeah, Charles Sprewell. They were like, he turned down a 3-year, $21 million extension because he had kids to feed, and then like later on he's filing for bankruptcy.
Dude, it's like
I got kids to feed. Like that was shit money.
The thing that I always think of is like just take it when you like have it because it's not guaranteed that you're gonna be in that shape forever.
I think they're smarter now.
Yeah, if you have a guaranteed contract where you get paid like your contract's $50 million, but a guaranteed $25 million, just take it. Because what if you're just chilling
and all that money's getting taxed? You got to take that into account.
Some of these guys get hurt
when you're making super big bucks. You're getting the shit taxed out.
Some of these guys don't even get hurt on the field. They'll be like chilling, partying, like bust their knee up or like break an arm or something. Like, what are you gonna do if like your team's like, all right, we don't need you. We got someone that's not gonna be stupid and hurt themselves off the field or off the court. It's like just be smart about it when you have the opportunity. Yeah. It's crazy.
In college, dude, it's really bad because they're not getting paid.
Oh yeah, they need to.
And if you blow out your ACL, like bye-bye scholarship, bye-bye free education, have fun going to work at Walmart the rest of your life.
Yeah, I watched one of the concussion.
Telling people how about you were gonna be a pro. Yo,
yeah,
man, I would have been a pro, but I broke my knee, and everyone's like, yeah, what the fuck ever.
They talk about their high school games where they threw 5 touchdowns and stuff. Yeah. Like, I threw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in high school. It's like, yeah, dude, but now you're here, like, bagging my groceries or something. Like, yeah, no disrespect to that, because everyone needs,
we've all heard your football. Money. We've all heard your football stories, Terrence.
Yeah.
Go back to stocking the cereal. Yeah. We're out of Cocoa Press.
Yeah, for real. But, and the other thing is, I was watching a documentary on concussions. There was this kid that already had CTE by the time he was 20, and he ended up killing himself. That's the thing that they need to watch out for. These concussions with right now it's like NFL players. It's NFL players, and I think there's a couple boxers too that I've seen that like Terry Norris. That guy, I remember watching one of Joe Rogan's things, how he talked about it. I looked up that guy. Oh my gosh, he had to have captions. That's how bad he could like not understand them. Yeah, it was so bad. He couldn't understand it. Like he's like starting like, I was doing this and they had like put captions. That's how bad it was. Yeah, but like the NFL, like Junior Seau killed himself. In a shotgun to the chest too, and like
go play basketball.
Yeah, that's like the least.
If you're an athlete,
that'll mess up your knees, but you ain't gonna get no head trauma and like kill your family or yourself or something.
If you want to spare yourself some head trauma, you're gonna blow out your knees in any sport.
Oh. Yeah, but who else?
Maybe not baseball.
That guy,
baseball's probably safe. Play baseball.
Chiefs guy.
Baseball is probably the least damaging to your body, and you get paid the most fucking money. Those people are making stupid money.
That Chiefs player,
A-Rod, like, what's up, 200 mil in the bank, baby?
Yeah, that's like the least. I feel like that's a sport that people don't even need to be in the best shape.
If you want your body to stay, if you're an amazing athlete and you want your body to stay intact, you want to make the most money possible, and you want to bang chicks like Tori Wilson, go play baseball.
And you don't even need to be in shape. You see Prince Fielder, you see these pitchers that just throwing, and they're like fat and stuff. So like they don't even need to be in shape unless you're a fielder. Like so, like it's crazy, but that CTE is like, oh yeah,
like all those dudes with the beer gut. You can come in hungover and play baseball.
Yeah. Other ones you have to be.
David Wells used to come in. He did whatever the fuck he wanted. He'd come in, he'd throw the ball, and that's all he had to do. Like he threw the ball for a living.
It's like the CT. Like Dave Merritt killed himself this year.
It was weird. I didn't know that he had that.
He had head trauma from BMX. I don't think they can even study your brain until you're dead for the CT. I think that's the thing.
What, you can't do like CAT scans or anything?
I don't think so. I think they have to like take it out or do something with it. That's why
There's got to be something.
Because Benoit had it, and then
I think Jim McMahon was doing something. He was getting CAT scans and shit, and they were like doing something with his neck that like helped his.
Yeah, but I thought it was something where you can't even do it until you're dead.
I forgot exactly what it was.
I thought it was something you can't even know until you're dead, though. But
maybe you can't know for sure if you have like
Belcher. Some people think they already have it because you could tell from like mobility issues and like memory. Yeah, Javon Belcher, the Chiefs player that killed himself. He killed his girlfriend, and then he killed himself in front of like the coach Romeo Cromwell and stuff. I was like, oh my, that was terrible. In front of the coach? In front of the coach, like Cromwell, or Romeo.
He was there.
Yeah, he did because he killed his girlfriend, and they had a baby too. That was like the saddest thing. They had a little baby.
Where they were like hanging out outside of.
He went to either into their office, either went to the facility or was like out of his car, and like then he did it. I was like, what? That is
and the coach saw him.
The coach. Yeah, the coach. He did it in front of a couple
coaches. The coach found him, or the coach saw him.
He did it in front of him. Yeah,
like shot himself.
Yeah.
No.
In front of the coach. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
What the fuck? Talk about traumatizing.
Dude, it is.
See some dude just end his life right there.
Yeah, that's not like something you want to see.
Like, all right, guys, we're gonna.
It's one of those things that like.
We got a good thing going here. We'll get together at 4. We'll have our little coaches meeting, and then we'll. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
and
are you kidding
it's like,
me?
dude, that's just like ruined your day and spirits.
Like, do that shit on your own.
They still
time.
played that week too, and it's just like, I don't know if they won or not, but it's like, how are you gonna play? Like, your mind's not on that game. Your mind's on like someone you were just teammate last week that you seen in the locker room, and now he's gone.
They need evaluations, like. Do like evaluations for him once a month. Get like a psychologist or someone or a psychiatrist, someone who comes in and talks to him once a month.
Just when they're in training camp or something, every summer, just have them get like psych evaluation, like maybe a scan
or someone who understands head trauma and the effects.
Yeah, and like
that can like analyze them.
Yeah, and that knows how to speak to them and ask the questions and be like, oh, this person's fine. This dude had crazy answers. He's nuts.
Otherwise you got guys fucking shooting their own face off in the parking lot.
Or like, doing something wild. Like there's some.
Junior Seau like shoot himself in the chest.
Yeah, with a shotgun. It's like.
Oh fuck.
That's not a normal way.
Might as well just blow out your whole chest.
And they all have CTE too. That's the craziest thing. It's like that concussion stuff is like no joke. That's why some of them are smart. Like Patrick Willis, great linebacker, probably one of the greatest linebackers in like history, but he retired. Yeah, he retired early in his career, in his prime, because he like probably had enough money, smart with his money, and he was like, I know the injury. Same with that one young guy that only played one season, had an amazing season, but retired.
If you got a business plan, man, make that $1 million.
Especially if you have a degree or something, or if you can get endorsements or just appearance money, they're fine.
I mean, $1 million isn't a lot for an athlete, but $1 million is a lot of money in the real world.
And it can hurt your body, like. Doing all that stuff, it could like have long-term effects. Like by the time you're 45, you're walking like all hunched over, like you can't.
Yeah, Peyton Manning couldn't feel his fingertips and shit.
Yeah,
we had this discussion in one of my classes. They're like, "Would you let your kids play football?" And I was like, "Fuck no, my kids aren't playing football."
Probably
First
not.
of all, I still have lingering shit from football. And I can't imagine being on that high of a level with that speed in the NFL.
Yeah.
And like the injuries they go through. Like Peyton Manning was saying that he didn't have feeling in his fingertips.
Yeah.
And this dude's like, oh, well, it's worth it if you get that ring. And I was like, is it worth it if when your kids are pushing you around in a fucking wheelchair?
Yeah, there's a slight few that make it. Like for those people, maybe it's worth it. But then for the other ones that just have CTE or like terrible long-term effects from it that aren't making that money, then it's like you're just someone from the past, a has-been or something that's not struggling in life. Like it's not fun. It's like football is probably that, and then boxing, and then still I'm surprised like hockey hasn't like had more info on players like that, because they obviously those guys are tough as fuck though.
Yeah, they are.
Like
that one dude fucking had like a heart attack or some shit, wanted to go back in.
Dude, those guys
can like
get their teeth, nose busted, just tape it up, and they're back in it. You have LeBron James getting a heat cramp, like heat exhaustion, and like getting carried off the thing, or leg cramps.
You poke him in the chest.
Yeah, he flops. 6'8", 250, biggest baby. I've seen one of the greatest players. No lie, I can admit he's one of the best players in respect, dude. But you can't be whining like that all the time. Come on, bro.
The other day he like ghost fell.
Dude.
He fell on his own.
Ghost fell, dude.
You can tell how professional of a setup we have. We just get up in the middle, open the door, let dogs in. No big deal.
Yeah, she was downstairs. They left, so. But yeah, it's crazy because I seen one where LeBron like got pushed a little bit. And come on now, 250, 6'8", you're not gonna get pushed by someone that's smaller than you. and then just fly backwards.
That's a
I saw
monstrous
one where
human being.
he did the regular effect of it was like a step, and then he just did his dramatics. It was like, whoa.
Have you met any NBA players?
No, I went to an NBA game when I was
I'm interested to see like if they look weird
just
in person.
because their height
Like
and size.
you got to figure
stuff.
that their features will be bigger. Like they're gonna have a big fucking head, a big ass nose, big eyes and shit.
I've met people that are the size of them, like college players that are like this, the height and size of them, but like. And
I'm talking like a fucking like a Shaq.
I wish I've seen Vince Carter and Jerome Williams in person when I went to Toronto.
Went to a game?
I went to a Toronto Raptors and Chicago Bulls game way back when I was in third grade. How many times
did Vince Carter dunk?
This is a crazy thing. Well, I've seen him dunk. Yeah, he dunked a few times, but he got hurt in the second quarter. And I was so bummed because he was my favorite player. I was wearing my Vince Carter jersey.
He's the only reason to go to a Toronto Raptors game in those days.
And like we went because
who else did they have? Who was that dude with the fucked up teeth?
They had they had Jerome Williams.
Yeah, that's him, dude.
Yeah, dude, he was awesome. He was chilling. God. He was mad chill.
Yeah, but compared to Vince, he was dirt.
They had Oakley. They had like Alvin Williams.
He'd fuck me up on a basketball court anyway.
They had Mo P and stuff. But yeah, Vince Carter, my favorite player of all time, but he got hurt in the second quarter, and then he came back in the third quarter and was just like nasty. They won the game. The Bulls lost. The Bulls at the time had
The Bulls were shit then.
I think they had Elton Brand when he was still young, and they had Brad Miller.
Oh
yeah, no, dude, they didn't really have
not Brad Miller.
Marcus Fizer. They didn't have like a great one.
Marcus Fizer.
It was a good time, dude. That game, Tevin was there wearing his like Wizards Jordan jersey. I don't know why, but like he was just wearing his Jordan Wizards one, which was chill. But like I was wearing my Vince Carter supporting them. But that was a fun time. Yeah, they're just. I was even like I couldn't even like imagine now like looking at them like how because I was small then, so they were probably just giants compared to. Vince Carter's 6'6".
I'd only go to a game for like just strictly to like say that I went now. Yeah. Like I'm not into the NBA anymore, but I would go to like a Knicks game just to say that I watched the Knicks at Madison
Square Garden. A Knicks or Raptors game, because like.
Or go to the like the Boston Garden just to say that I was there.
Or if it's like or to see like maybe I'd go to a Knicks game just so I could see like Melo and D Rose now, or a Raptors game just because it's closer and like maybe just be like the atmosphere.
I'd go just to have that on my list. Like I watched the Knicks at MSG. I watched fucking
Boston at
the Celtics in the fucking Garden.
All that stuff. Yeah,
just to have that on my list. I'd love to go to a Yankees game. The tickets are like $8 million.
Even the Brooklyn Nets go to the Barclays Center. That would be pretty cool. They don't have anyone great though. The Nets.
The Barclays Center and the Nets suck. The Nets are.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta go to like a Bills game, like a Bills Dolphins game.
That'd be dope.
Because I've never.
But in Miami.
That's the only thing I've never been to.
I worked at Ralph Wilson. Ralph Wilson's not a fun place.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you like the other team. If you like the other team, people will try to fight you and shit.
Man, those are some dedicated fans.
They're the drunkest fans in the league.
They all think they always think it's playoffs, even though it's been like 16 years.
And they're the most delusional.
Yeah, they're drunk
because
all the time.
I can tell you right now, after living in New York for 20 plus years, the Bills are not going to the playoffs. They're not going anytime soon.
Not this year, not next year.
They've been
saying
the year after. They've been saying this is the year since 1999.
Yeah,
like your team hasn't been to the playoffs in this millennium. Take your delusions elsewhere. Just find a new favorite team. There's 3 teams in New York. Be a Giants fan. Giants will make the playoffs. The Bills, every few years, they're not going to the playoffs. As long as Tom Brady's alive, the Bills aren't going to the playoffs.
As long as the Patriots have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they're going to be winning the division every year.
And not only that, the Jets are better than the Bills.
The Dolphins are.
The Dolphins
suck. Yeah, they could be though. This year, their defense is stacked.
Well, they have like Devontae Parker and Jarvis Landry who are amazing at receiver.
And who else did I see they got?
Tannehill's pretty great.
Kenny Stills?
And they brought in that Gase guy. Kenny Stills is a good like slot guy.
They have 3 decent young receivers. Yeah, and they got their tight end Jordan Cameron.
But I'm just saying, they have a good group of people.
I feel like their biggest thing always for the Dolphins is their quarterback situation. They need someone.
No, Tannehill's really good.
He's not bad, but
he's had like 3 different offensive coordinators in 4 years. That's true. And he's only been in the league 4 years.
He's on that thing like what I call like an Andy Dalton, Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco type. Inconsistent, but they can have really good games. And the next game,
he puts up great numbers. He has the NFL record for most completions in a row in a game.
Solid.
It's like, dude, the guy shows flashes of greatness.
Yeah, he does.
And then like other games, he does. You're right. He is inconsistent.
But this year's the year they could do.
The offense last year was really stupid. He couldn't call audibles in the first 10 games of the season until they fired the offensive coordinator.
Wow, really?
Because that's how his offense was set up. The play is the play. You can't audible out of it. So I was like,
I saw their defense. I was looking at it. I was
what
like,
are we doing here?
who'd they pick up? I know they have Sue already, but they got
Mario Williams. But
yeah,
they
Mario
lost
Williams.
Olivier Vernon.
Who else? Didn't they pick up someone else?
On defense, Kiko Alonso.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Byron Maxwell from the Eagles.
See, that's
Your
my
boys,
team, but
Philly.
it's all good. It's all good. I think Philly's in like rebuilding right now, but
Philly's been in rebuilding for
Cameron
about
Wake,
4 or 5
dude,
years.
Cameron Wake is just a beast.
I know, he's a monster.
Holy
We'll see how he
shit.
comes back after tearing his Achilles, but
He's probably
Or was
he's
it-
probably one of those guys like Adrian
I don't know if he
Peterson
tore
that
it or if he,
tearing
like,
that just
partially
makes him
tore it.
stronger. Yeah,
that'd be sweet.
because Adrian Peterson, everyone's like, oh, he's done, and then he comes back and just like comeback player of the year.
Yeah, who knows? Those guys are probably so juiced up, it doesn't even matter. They're gonna recover quick. and
Probably
they'll be
healed in
back.
like 3 months instead of 9 or some
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
Like, you look at some of those guys and you're like, dude, you're not 6'6", 270 pounds. You run 4.340 and you're just having an 8-pack.
That's just not.
Yeah. That's questionable.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, who
Like,
are you?
that is-
You're not a fucking grizzly bear. You're a human being. Like, there's no way you should be that big, that fast, that strong. And then, no, I'm just gonna have an 8-pack too.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that doesn't happen.
It's
But whatever, dude. If you're playing pro sports and that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. Fuck it. I don't think that it should be an MMA.
oh no,
Because you can
that's
die.
way too dangerous. That's way too dangerous. Someone like throws, freaking breaks your face,
And you're
with a
throwing
punch.
elbows and knees and shit.
I feel like if they wanted to just like either.
Oh, hold on. And if you're taking steroids in your everyday life, if you're not a pro bodybuilder, you're not a fucking professional athlete, and you're taking steroids, go walk into the ocean.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking tool, you're an idiot, and you're just ruining your body with no benefit other than looking good.
Yeah.
So if you're just taking steroids just to take steroids
Picture what
and
they'll
look
look like.
big,
Yeah.
like, go fuck yourself.
Picture what they'll look like at
that's
50
so
or
stupid.
60.
If you're a pro athlete and you're a bodybuilder, like, cool. But if you're 34, the dream's over. You're not going pro in anything. You're not going to be a fucking bodybuilder. You're not going to be sponsored by some fitness magazine. Lay off the juice. Don't ruin your body.
Just work out more.
Just work out.
And like eat right.
And not only that, but a lot of people don't know how to take them and shit, and they don't know how to work out properly, so they look fucking weird.
Dude.
Like, lay off the roids. You look weird.
There's the way I think for steroids, what they either need to do is like
The bodybuilders today look gross.
Oh,
like, you don't
dude,
want to look
that
like
is
those
the
guys.
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the best bodies ever. The bodybuilders today, they look fucking gross. They look like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
They look like a pack of Ninja Turtles just flexing
What was
their
I
biceps.
looking at? Oh, I said if I wanted like a my ideal body, like a great body look, would be like a Seth Rollins type, AJ Styles or Dolph Ziggler, like a smaller guy, but like pretty decently
they
jacked,
look
not
natural.
too big. Yeah, not too big.
Mine's
like
always been Arnold. Arnold is
Yeah.
number one.
But I look at like Batista and shit, those veins on
With the
veins,
weird
that
fucking-
weird vein that like
ugh.
yeah, that weird squiggly vein, like it's like dude,
They
that
have
don't
those,
look
yeah,
great.
dude, they have
I
those
saw-
fucking,
yeah, like I saw
their
a picture of
veins are
John
as thick
Cena,
as my fucking thumb going through
and
their
they're all
chest and
squiggly,
shit.
like it's like ooh,
John Cena's starting to look weird.
he's got to probably
John Cena's
take
got
stuff
those
'cause
weird
now he's
fucking
older.
Big ass thumb veins running
Yeah,
through.
he's getting hurt now. He's older, so he needs stuff to
He's
help
got
heal.
horse semen and fucking testosterone just flowing through his body.
For sports, the way I think they
That's
should
how
do
I
it.
get jacked. I drink 8 cups of horse cum a day.
The
Shoot
way
myself up with some bull steroids. One of them
Then he's
fucking
like-
took horse steroids, dude. Dynamite Kid.
oh yeah,
Where
now
does
you
that
see where he
motherfucker
is.
took horse
And
steroids?
now you see how
He's
he
in
is.
a wheelchair.
Yeah,
Lay off the roids.
and I heard the diving headbutt didn't
Hulk
help.
Hogan threw his back out picking up seashells. Lay off
What?
the roids. Lay off the
He used
roids.
to rip his shirt, brother, and then now he's throwing out his bag doing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
This is an anti-steroids rant.
Yeah.
Like, lay off
No,
the
but
fucking roids.
what I feel
Especially
like-
if you're a normal person and you don't know what you're doing, just stop.
For sports, I think there's two options they can go with it. One, find the people a lot of money and suspend them like for a lot of games so they learn from it, or just let everyone do it then so it's equal. So then people can't be like, oh, he's doing it and that's messed up and that's why he's so good. Now it's like
The
if he's doing
problem,
it, then you do
the
it.
problem with letting everyone do it is some people don't fucking want to.
Yeah,
they don't
that's
want to
true.
do that
Some
to their
people are all
body.
naturals.
So you have to find a way to
I know.
test everything. But the doping game is so far ahead that they were extracting fucking hormones from yams, from animals. It's like, dude, they're getting it from different sources and they're constantly progressing.
Yeah.
People have to formulate tests. They have to come up with tests. They have to learn a way. They have to implement the tests. They have to get a system in place. And by then, the doping game has already progressed.
They'll get caught with one thing, but then they'll find another thing that can go untested under the
because if you
radar.
look at the NFL players and like pretty much the NFL players, they're on fucking steroids. Let's be real.
Oh, dude.
The NFL is littered with juice heads, and I don't think that's even questionable. I think you look at those guys who are 6'8" with an 8-pack and they weigh 300 pounds. You're on some shit. You're not doing that from fucking creatine.
Oh,
you're not
no.
taking creatine and taking your multivitamins and a little bit of whey protein, and you're getting an 8-pack
like
shredded at 6'8", 300 pounds.
I like that whey protein.
You're on some shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like
they need to find a. It's never gonna work, which is unfortunate for like the natural dudes.
Yeah, the ones that don't like to do that stuff and like are eating healthy and really working out on the beach and shit. It's like I don't know.
Well, just like they're not fucking juicing themselves up.
Yeah, you want any of this?
Yeah. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Got a bad case of loving juice. Nah,
no, it's Dr. Pepper. Sponsor me in your next commercial, and I'll sing that song for you. And I'll drink this. I'll brush my hair. Holy fuck, that's warm.
Oh yeah.
That's the one I let sit out all night. Nothing like that warm Dr. Pepper, baby.
I should have put some ice cubes in there. Get some ice in that.
I regret taking that now. Like, I'm not even gonna finish.
It feels like it got warmer, but I put it down.
Oh, it got warmer. That's about 85 degrees right there in that cup. It felt like you put it in the microwave.
Damn, it was on the windowsill and shit, dude. Now it's like
was it?
Now it's like mistakes were made.
You like let it. You like put it out there like ice.
It's like I love the taste of it, but now it's like
sun.
that warm. We got other cold stuff in the fridge. Actually, just like
we're gonna have to bust that out because that is not working for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that little bit of liquid. I can't dump it out. I can't drink it.
I can't. Oh god.
I'm in a bad spot right now,
dude. There was me and Tevin went to Virginia a year ago on a bus trip. Like, we took a bus down to Virginia from here because he didn't want to fly. I don't know why, because this past time we flew, but it's alright.
Flying's weird, man. Like,
for some people,
I like it. Like a motherfucker for like a day and a half. My ears were fucked up the whole week.
But a flight to Virginia is only an hour. And the bus trip was 10 hours, and we got delayed one. But the funny thing is, we go to the bus.
Took the bus?
We took the bus, and there's this one guy gets on. I can obviously tell he just got out of prison. He's on the bus. Okay, whatever. He's chilling in the back. Then we stopped.
What gave it away that he just got out of prison?
The whole tan thing. The whole tan
he had
suit.
The outfit on?
And he had a bag of stuff. But then now, and that was just like, I was like, this guy.
He had a bag of clothes that went out of style in '98.
Yeah. He was like lost. He's like, what is iPods and stuff? He's all confused. He's like, what is texting? But anyways, like, then later we go through a couple towns. Then we get to Groveland.
When did white girls get asses? What is this?
Yeah.
He had no idea what was going on in the world.
What is twerking? He's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get on these trends. And then we stop at Groveland Correctional Facility, pick up 3 dudes.
Oh, shit.
The bus now is 4 prisoners, former prisoners. Sorry, they're no longer.
You're sitting there like, we're gonna get
me, Tevin, and like 2 other people and the 7-year-old bus driver. I'm like, if they ever wanted to take over this bus, they could. But then we get to a stop, and the first girl that's on the bus gets on, and these dudes acted like this was like
first time they've ever seen a woman
ever. Like, basically, she could have been like, she was cool, but basically they were seeing her naked in their eyes because she got on the bus like, because she was in the line before she got on the bus. No, she was cute, but like right when she got before she got on the bus, you could hear these dudes. Oh, a girl's about to get on. I was like, oh my god.
Cute to them is fucking burning.
Yeah, and then
I mean, you get the chubby fucking
she was 10 out of 10
cupcakes in there.
And
they think they're jacking off to her.
She could have been
this girl walks on, they're probably like, oh my goddess.
She could have been fat, but they would have shallow hair glasses on and be like, this is the finest girl I've seen in life.
For sure.
So right when she gets on, I was like,
if it was a fat white chick, they're all over that.
She got on the bus and
like,
they said something again.
Season.
She got on the bus, they said something again. I was like, oh man. And then she just sat like one seat behind the bus driver. He must have told her like, "There's some prison dudes on here. You might want to stay close." Or something.
God!
And then they all 4 of them got off the bus. And then me and Tevin did a transfer, and then it was me, Tevin, and some random dude on the bus. There was 3 of us on the bus the whole ride to like Baltimore or some shit.
Me and Tyler took the bus back from Florida when we moved back. 35 fucking hours.
Oh my! I couldn't.
And you're switching from bus to
bus. And your legs are all squished in.
You're sitting next to all sorts of weird people.
It smells like pee sometimes.
We lived off PB&J's.
Yeah, I was eating oatmeal.
Our first driver was hilarious. He took us to Tallahassee, And me and Tyler kept cracking up because he's like, yeah, in about 20 minutes we'll be in Tallahassee. It was like this southern black dude, and he's like, all right, 10 minutes, Tallahassee. And me and Tyler just sitting there, and we're just sitting there, we're like cracking up, we're like Tallahassee, and then he's like, now arriving in Tallahassee, and then he paused for a second, and for no reason, Tallahassee. Just repeated himself.
He just liked to say
we
it.
arrived in Tallahassee.
He just likes saying it.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, those bus rides, though.
Dude, you did that on purpose.
Like, they have air and stuff, but, like, your legs get all squished, and by the time you stand up, you're, like, having leg problems. You're like, I need to stretch out more than once.
That was the worst part.
Once every 5 hours.
Your body's just like...
And then we got delayed out in Pennsylvania for 2 hours. We were just at the bus station there for 2 hours, and we're just like, dude, we didn't get to D.C. until, like, 11 at night that night. So that
there was this dude who kept falling asleep into the aisle. What? And, like, say, like... We're on the left side of the bus. Like, you're the left seat. He's the right seat. And, like, you know, like, the hallway, the walkway's right here.
Yeah. This
dude, he was a right angle. He's like, passing out like that. He would wake up, and me and Tyler would watch him, and, like, 30 seconds, he'd be like...
Yeah. My thing is like that...
It's like, how do you sleep like that, dude?
Not only stuff like that, it's like people are, like, farting and smelling up the bus, sneezing, coughing everywhere. I'm just like...
You have the dumbasses talking to you, and you're just like, dude.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm listening to my headphones. I'm trying to either nap or just listen to like, or take pictures of the scenery and stuff. Just like, please leave me alone. You're not someone I know for a long. It's like this bus ride and that's it. We know each other basically.
Yeah, don't look at me. Don't.
If we ever cross paths again, that's like a miracle. But
for the love of God, don't touch me.
Yeah. Oh my, no touch.
Like this dude was falling asleep and he was almost on my shoulder. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No. My shoulder's not your pillow.
That's why I'm glad we always
always
go in groups. Well, not groups. It's just me and Tevin, but like usually everything is like a 2-seat thing, so a bus or a plane, so we're like right next to each other. So you're not like one time I did fly alone, but both times I flew alone. The one time I had the 2 seats over there were empty, and I sat here, or I sat in the window, and the seat next to me was empty. So I had like the whole back row empty. I was like, sweet, I could have changed seats. And then on the way back, I sat next to some cute girl that was doing like highlighter. She was doing like some science notes. I wasn't mad at it.
I liked having the hallway seat because then you don't gotta fucking wait so long.
Yeah, you can just hop right up.
I didn't understand that. Like,
I like the window seats.
When you're getting off the plane, you're supposed to go like row by row. Like that's just like proper etiquette or whatever.
Yeah, some people just.
I was like, nah, I already have my bag in my hand. I'm going.
Yes, I always let the older people go first, and then I just like roll out. But also, the wheelchair people are usually last. I mean, like some olders, but like. But it depends how it was, because last time I flew, I was feeling mad sick, so I was trying to get off the plane really quick.
Have you ever been to Atlanta Airport? That one's mad nice.
No.
You go from Rochester, and Rochester's just like shitty, like everything else in Rochester.
Rochester,
and
Buffalo.
You get to Atlanta, and it's just huge and like beautiful. It's clean.
The airports I've been to: Rochester, Buffalo, Chicago, New Mexico, and Baltimore. DC.
I went through Rochester, Atlanta, and Tampa, and then back.
I think DC. They're all pretty like. All of them are pretty nicer than Rochester. I like going to different places, like seeing the different food places they have too. Because there's like some have like their nice little bars and like the burger joint stuff like that, and then other ones have the quick little fast foods. But they're all different usually. Most of them have McDonald's, but
once you get into the cities, food is one of the fun things about traveling because every area is gonna have different kinds of cuisine.
You know how French fries, we have French fries as a side everywhere here.
Yeah.
In New Mexico, it's green chili. They have green chili with everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, though.
Yeah, enchiladas, like stuff like that.
Florida's different too. Like, there's a lot of seafood, but there's also a lot of like Mexican food.
That's pretty cool.
Spanish.
You ever been to Golden Corral? That buffet place. That was the first time I ever went down. First time I ever went.
There are some fucking savages in Golden Corral.
Really?
Yo, there are people just loading shit up.
Like they're bringing stuff home like you're not supposed to.
I mean, you're already a solid 400 pounds, and you're just sitting there putting down pounds of fried chicken. You're putting mashed potatoes over it, covering that shit in chocolate.
The saddest thing is like you see those 400-pound people, and then their kid is like also 200 pounds at the age of 8.
Oh, if me and their kid were weighing in for a fight, we're weighing about the same.
Yeah, that's like sad as hell to me. It's like, come on, you gotta get these kids.
Your 4-year-old daughter's $1.70.
Subway, eat fresh.
Take her somewhere else.
Yeah, and
Go to Panera Bread. Do yourself a favor.
There was a time, and also when I went to Florida, I went to an IHOP, and I swear, like, I saw a guy that was Tim Duncan, but I didn't want to ask because I was like, dude, I'm not just gonna ask this random guy if he's Tim
You'd
Duncan.
be one of those people taking a picture with someone who you
That
thought was a
Tim
celebrity,
Duncan.
and he wasn't.
Because he was tall as hell and he looked like Tim Duncan, but I was like 5th grade, and I was like, I'm not just gonna run up to this guy and be like, hey, are you Tim Duncan?
Everybody looks like Tim Duncan.
So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it, but it was
when you're in 5th grade and you see a tall guy, everyone's Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but at least.
Shaq?
Oh yeah, but the other cool thing when I went
really
down
tall
there
black dude.
for my birthday, because me and Tevin both had our birthdays while we were down there, and I got able to choose like where I wanted to go. I went to NBA Cafe in like Universal Studios. It was so sweet because I went and got like my pictures on the hands of the other basketballs like cemented. Shaq's fingers like go around the ball like that. It's crazy. Scottie Pippen had some crazy long fingers. I was like, holy shit.
Who were the biggest ones?
Probably those two, Scottie Pippen and Shaq.
I thought you said KGs were huge.
Probably was KGs too. I don't even remember all of them, but I remember those two for sure. Because Shaq obviously had some.
They were just like retarded big.
Yeah, like and they like wrapped around the ball so easy. I was like, no wonder why these guys can just pound it like nothing.
Yeah.
And like the coolest
thing. That's why they're so great too.
I loved it, dude. I was in heaven
just, like,
there.
Grab the ball and it's like a little baby ball for you.
I was in heaven there because I liked basketball so much, and that whole place is just NBA Cafe. Big screens of just basketball games, classics, now games, like jerseys, shooting games are in like the lobby, all sorts of stuff.
Yo, you remember Shaq's old girlfriend?
What, Hoops?
Dude, she was like 4 foot.
Dude, she was so fine though.
I was like, how do they even have sex? Like, she just like sits on there like a popsicle.
Gets destroyed.
Like a little light skinned fudgesicle.
They probably only do it once a week because she has to recover.
She's like this big and Shaq's like this big.
Yeah, I think he was like legit 2 feet
She was up
taller.
to his belly button.
I think she was 5 foot. He's like 7'2", so she's like 2 feet and 2 inches.
I saw him holding hands. I was like, is that Shaq's daughter?
No, it's just his girlfriend.
Like, excuse me, little girl, are you lost?
She's so fine. I was like, ooh.
Why don't you hook up with someone normal sized and let the tall girls have Shaq?
Yeah.
Because you look like a lost child, and Shaq's just a nice.
He's like 7'2",
common man helping you.
7'2", like 340, and she's like 5'1", like 5 foot, like probably 100 pounds, 120 at the most.
It's like when a senior dates a freshman.
Yeah, so it's worse than that, maybe. Though it's like if a senior dated like a freaking middle schooler or something. The way their difference was, it was like holy.
Very, very awkward.
He probably could like swing her with one arm easily and just like bring her anywhere he wanted.
They
like,
played just the tip for 5 years. Because that's all they could do.
He's like, I can't be with this no more. He's like, this is no fun for me.
I wonder what his girl's like now. She's probably
got someone that's a little more normal.
I wonder if there are any like really like smoking hot chicks who are like 6'5" though. Maybe that's the problem.
There's a couple in the WNBA.
Really?
Della Dawn, I don't know if she's 6'5", but I think she's pretty cute. Blonde. Candace Parker's not bad. The finest one, I don't know if she's even that tall though. Skylar Diggins. No, she's like 5'9". She's probably like decent height, but there's a few cute ones on the WNBA. To me, most of them look like real hard faced and like mean, and like
there's probably mad lesbians.
Yeah, there's a lot of them because there's Brittany Griner,
just
dude. She
dyking it out.
Her and her girlfriend were like engaged. But then her engaged girlfriend
got pregnant, right?
Pregnant with some dude, some white dude, right?
Griner didn't do that.
Definitely not. But
well, Brittany Griner, no, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she might have a dick, but no.
Nah, she just was tall.
Like you're like, oh, how'd you get pregnant? Like, you can't be like, oh, well, the condom must have broke, or oh, I forgot to take control.
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
she's like, I cheated on you with a dude.
I fucked a dude.
She's probably bisexual, and then the other Brittany was probably just straight up lesbian. But it's crazy because there are some cute ones in
Brittany's
WNBA,
sure
but it's like few and far between.
She was the only one with a man's suit at the fucking draft.
Really, everyone else in dresses.
All the other girls are in dresses, looking pretty. She's just sitting there in a suit, like, yo, what up? Like, I'm going NBA, bitch. And even about the WNBA.
That's what people were saying. I was like, dude,
she's not athletic enough for that.
Yeah, sure.
She'd be getting nuts in her face all day. She'd be getting dunked on.
She would not like them nuts in that face.
No.
Oh, dude.
Oh, she'd be miserable. In a locker room full of naked dudes, too. Like, she's in heaven right now. She gets to go in the showers and see all kinds of booty and titties. It's her dream come true.
I gotta type in specific ones, because obviously
Is that Skylar Diggins?
That's Candace Parker. Right there.
Oh, Candace Parker's mad good looking. But she dated like a scrub NBA player, right?
Brittany Jackson. Yeah, she dated Sheldon Williams. They're married. They had a kid. I don't know if they're married, but they had a kid
it wasn't
together.
her then. One of them dated Oh no. What I was thinking of, she has a brother who was a scrub.
She's decent.
Anthony.
Oh, Anthony Parker. He was on the
Yeah,
Cavs.
he was a scrub.
Yeah. Oh, there she is, Skylar Diggins. So.
Oh, Skylar. She looks like an ESPN analyst, Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, she probably soon she would.
That's what
there
she
is
looks
again.
like. She probably went to school for
Yeah,
communications.
there's this weird like look. They had like.
Is that what you went to school for?
Yeah.
Communications.
Communication and media studies. But you see how they have their
cardiology over here, baby.
See how they have like the logos and like the sponsors. I think they need it for them to like get a lot of money and stuff.
Oh, that's how WNBA players get paid.
Something like
it's
that.
like they're like NASCAR.
Yeah, basically.
They're like a human NASCAR.
She's like, I'm trying to find.
Let me get a close up here. Damn.
I'll type it up. Oh, yeah, this girl is like terrible. I'm trying to find the one that I was telling you about though.
Any of those, dude, Skylar Diggins wants to be my sugar mom. I got no problem with that.
Oh yeah, this girl.
No, I do my own shit.
I don't think she's bad.
Oh yeah, she's good looking.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know how tall she is, but I know she's definitely up there in height. She is what, 6'5".
Deladon.
Yeah.
Deladon is the best looking 6'5" woman I've ever seen in my life.
Like, and then Skylar Diggins is the hottest.
She's probably got an awkward body though. She's got a pretty face.
She's probably got legs
though
for days. The legs for days.
Oh, she's for sure got legs for days. She's 6'5".
Oh yeah, Skylar Diggins 5'9". I'm trying to look up what's her name's like Mantel, this one girl. But yeah.
Remember Lisa Leslie? She was like a giant. She's like the female Shaq.
Like look how much they make, $105,000 compared to like NBA players.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, but like NBA players are making like.
So what? She's really actually bringing home like 70 G's.
Yeah, a year maybe, but 80. They get sponsorships at least. So
that's
like,
not bad though, dude.
Yeah.
To play basketball.
Yeah. Oh no, I would love that.
Fuck.
It's like something you love.
It's way more money than I'm making fucking working at a grocery store making subs and fucking.
I feel you.
Chicken wings.
I like everyone I work with at least. That's a good thing. But yeah.
And how much salami would you like, sir?
Is this too thin cut or something like? Yeah, the thing with that is
You know what pisses me off the most at the deli? Is you'll be sitting there and they're looking at you, like they're ready to order. They're just staring at you like,
hello, like hurry up, I'm ready to order.
And then you get down there and you're like, oh hi, what can I get for you?
They're like,
well, I don't know.
They're like, I thought about tuna.
It's like that right there. I could just fucking backhand the shit out of them.
They're like, I thought about tuna, but now I'm going to Italian.
Why are you looking at me like you're fucking desperate for some food, like you're starving? And then fucking when I get down there, well,
salivating. They're like,
well, I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
And they laugh like I'm in on the joke. It's like, bitch, you're wasting my time. Like, I'm not in on the joke.
With their salary too, like, yeah, they don't get like as much as the NBA players, but also they obviously they don't get as many views. They probably get decent money for appearances and like whatever they do, like talk shows and all that stuff. You get some money, so they're bringing in endorsements too. Like that's not
talk to little girls like, hey, stay strong.
Yeah, they do like the things. You remember that guy, like your senior year? Like that guy that played on the Giants that came in and did that speech for us? Dude, that guy was the man.
And his friend was a drunk driver or something, wasn't he?
Something, what did he do?
Oh, no, that was a different guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
His name was like Lee.
I didn't go to that.
Oh, you didn't?
It wasn't for us, no.
Dude, oh my gosh, that guy was funny.
It was for the younger kids.
He was hilarious, dude, because he like had 1 or 2 rings. Because I looked him up. He played for the Giants. He had like 1 or 2 rings.
Yeah, I think it was just for you guys.
But he was like, I verb. He was like, say that to people and all this stuff.
Yeah, instead of I love you.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, say I verb.
I don't love. I verb.
He's like, I verb you. He was hilarious, dude.
That's what it was. I was trying to think of what he said that was funny, and he's like, I verb you.
We're like, all right, dude.
He's like, I don't know what that means, but that sounds really creepy.
Yeah, but he was a good speaker.
Like,
but
verb's an action word. I verb you, baby.
Yeah, what was the other one? That some hockey player guy.
I verb you, baby.
The hockey player guy was the one that had like something with a drunk driver.
I verb you all night.
You getting verb.
The other guy was that was a depressing ass story.
Yeah, because he was like, didn't he say something? Because he made it sound like
laying the verb
people.
down, dude. Oh my god, first T-shirt, laying the verb down.
Getting verb tonight.
Oh, that sounded like a rape.
Long verb.
That sounded like a rape setup.
Long verb style or something. You get long verb tonight.
No, I forgot what it was now.
What?
Laying the verb down. Dude, I thought of some good fucking T-shirt ideas. Forgot them.
Oh, you'll probably remember them again.
I thought of some real good ones. Completely forgot them today. That's why I have to write shit down now.
Yeah, there's been times where like I forgot stuff and then like it randomly pops up in a dream, and like I'm like, holy shit, thank God I had this dream, and I remember it. I'm like, wake up, I'm like, sweet.
What's really funny is when you have a thought and you're like, oh, that's so good, I gotta write it down, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's already been done.
Yeah, forget
Like
that.
the other day I was working and I was like, oh, you know what would be really awesome is if you could type in items on an app and it would pinpoint the direct location where the item is in the store. And then someone was like, oh yeah, Wegmans has that. And I was like, motherfucker, I had the right thought at the wrong time.
You could come up with tons of sweet stuff like that. That's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, picture if I would have came up with YouTube or Facebook or something first.
Yeah.
Or like, but you could always come up with something like that. I'm not gonna give any of my ideas on here. You motherfuckers will see them. I know it. But
I heard they're working on like a shopping cart that like as you put your items in, it like adds up your total.
that'd be so amazing. Cause there's people. Cause like the thing at like working at stores and stuff. The thing with little kids, they don't understand tax. So like they'll come up, they think $2 is $2 when it's really $2.16. You're like, oh man. So I'd like spot on the change.
Bullshit.
Like I spot on the change, and I'm like, man, someone need to teach some of these guys like that there's tax on stuff. It's like those NFL and NBA players. They apparently didn't know tax.
They didn't know what taxes were.
Going years without paying tax. You think you can just get your contract for millions of dollars not to pay anything?
Jesus.
But we get taxed out of our lame checks.
You know
each
what
week.
would solve that problem is make a required high school class, finances.
Dude, it's like when I took what was it?
Name it like financial expertise, and it teaches you how to do your taxes, how to budget,
I took consumer
all
math.
those things. So that way, when everybody, not just athletes, but everyone when they're coming out, they understand. So they're not fucking getting fucked on student loans. And They don't know what they're doing.
In high school,
and pro athletes aren't forgetting to pay their taxes because they don't know what the fuck taxes are.
Yeah, in high school, my senior year, I took consumer math, and then I also took accounting. In accounting, we learned how to like balance a checkbook and shit. And then in consumer math, we learned about mortgages and stuff and tax and stuff. Well, it's like people need those things because when you get to like a certain age, you're working and you're like you don't know what tax is. It's not good for you because then you.
Did you take consumer math in high school?
Yeah.
Yo, me. Dude, did you take it with Milligan?
Yeah, it was
okay.
The best, dude.
She had like the corner room.
Yeah.
And the side doors are right there that we could sneak out of.
Yeah.
And me and my friend Ethan would always sneak out.
Oh yeah.
And like even Miss Dietrich, who worked the front door, she said we're dedicating the side doors to you. Because that was my thing. I'd sneak out the side doors and bye, I'm going home for the day.
Yeah, some people did that
and,
a lot.
Miss Milligan, she was our last class of the day. Me and Ethan are like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit. And I think it might have been springtime, so it was right between wrestling and baseball.
Oh,
it had to have been. Or it was right between football and wrestling, one of the two. No, it was warm out, so it was in between wrestling and baseball. But anyway, she had the corner room, and she has windows. So if you walk out the side door, she could see you. She was 5-10 minutes late, and me and Ethan are like getting antsy, and we're like, all right, let's do it, let's go. As soon as we leave, doesn't she see us walking out? We come in the next day, and she's like, what do you think? I'm stupid. I saw you walking out and shit.
Oh my god.
And we're like, dude, it wasn't that we thought you were stupid. We wanted to fucking go home.
Dude.
But it was just funny that like it was perfect timing.
Dude, I used to get it like.
And we were so dumb. We're just sneaking out right next to her room.
I used to get out of trouble by being just like clever. There's one time, you know how like pastels. Like one time we had a substitute teacher, and there was like for like Miss Adams or whatever, she wasn't there, so there was a substitute teacher. And we were like messing around, and Stuart, there's like the pastel things. You know how they roll out like this, since they like wrap around. He drew a dick on one, dick and balls. But he didn't hold it up. I held it up to the class like this.
Who didn't draw a dick and balls in our class?
Yeah, so but I would hold it up and it like got bigger like as I would like do the pastel part of it.
Oh my god!
And like, everyone was laughing in class because I would just hold up randomly, and then the substitute teacher's like, "Give me what's in your hand." He looks at it, writes like a note to like for me, or like calls the principal's office, like something's like I'm sending these two kids down with what they drew. All right, so like as we're walking, I'm holding the thing in my hand. I'm like, I was like, no, we ain't getting in trouble for this. I ain't missing gym class.
Yeah.
So
I ain't missing gym class. So right before, fuck gym class.
Dude, I think it was flag football, something fun at least, or maybe even guard the castle, something awesome I liked. All I know was something I didn't want to miss. So I'm like, Stuart, hold up. And we get to like next to like the hallway before we get to the office, and I'm like, let me ripped off the tip like that of it, boom, and I ripped off the balls. So now it just looks like this, basically, it just looked like that. And so we get to the office, and we're talking to the principal. He's like, why do you send you down? I was like, was like, I don't know. I guess we held it up and people just took it wrong and started laughing. He's like, all right, guys, no more trouble now. Go to class. I was like, yes, dude. Yeah, we got away with it because I did that move. I was like, yes.
Oh my
Dude, I was
god.
like so clever. I was
Dude,
like,
I used to get away with shit just because I played sports. Like, we had this Mr. Card, you ever meet him?
Oh yeah, the guy. He was awesome. He had that
and he
limp.
was there for a little bit, and they sent me down.
He was mad
I was
nice.
being a dick, too. I deserved to be in trouble.
He was like the interim, like
Yeah.
vice principal.
And I was down
athletic
there.
director.
And he's like, oh, Brandon. He's like, oh, I have a son named Brandon. I was like, all right, this is going well. And he's like, you play sports? And I was like, yeah, I play football. And he's like, oh, great. And we just talked about sports.
No,
He did not talk. He didn't ask why I was there. He didn't tell me to be a good boy. He didn't say, oh, you have lunch detention. He's just like, oh, yeah, football, blah, blah, blah. I got drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates and all this shit. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. And then I went back to class.
That's awesome.
And they used to have this thing where, like, if you didn't go to your lunch detention or whatever, they would stack them up on you.
What?
Or they would, like, turn it into a full day of detention. And my first 2 periods, I had the same English teacher.
Oh, man.
So I had my first period, and she'd be like, oh, Miss Gertis wants you to come down to detention. And I was like, no, I'm not going. And then if she was like, oh, you have to go, I'd be like, all right. And I'd walk around the halls, and I'd go to my second period class, who was with the same teacher, and she'd be like, oh, Miss Gertis wants you to come to the office. So I'd walk around the halls, go to third period. It was just like dodging this woman all day.
There was one time I was in
Like, I'm not going to lunch detention because lunchtime, I'm going home. That's my ride home. I'm not missing my ride home. Sit in a small room with you, lady. Sorry.
There was one time I was in lunch detention 5 times in a 4-day week. I don't even know how it happened because, like, I got in trouble once. They put me there in the beginning of the day, left, got back there at the end of the day, and then every day after that I was back there. I was like, what? And the other thing was,
oh, I thought it stopped. I was like, oh shit, I'm talking for no reason.
No, we're good. A few more minutes. But the other thing was, one time, 6th grade, first time I even got in trouble. I did a Chappelle move. This is when, like, my mom and dad almost didn't let me watch Chappelle anymore. I was like, well, the 5 fingers save the face. I did, like, a drive-by slap to a kid at lunch, slapped him, and apparently my thumb, when I slapped him, wasn't even like a hard slap, it was something like
went
this.
to his eye.
My thumb got him in the eye, so I'm in chorus the next period, just singing, kind of, and just chilling. And then I see like the principal.
You go
like,
from slapping a kid in the face full force to
yeah, just singing the front row.
Little shop of horrors, bop, bop, little shop of terror.
Yeah, and then I see like the principal
doing the jazz hands. Little did they know those jazz hands just slapped the shit out of some kid.
Yeah, just like
slapped the devil out of some kid in the hallway.
Or the 5 fingers say the face. But I legit said that, and then my parents almost didn't let me. But like, I see them pointing at me at the principal's office. And I'm like, or the principal like, I'm like, oh shit. And then I go out there like because you guys are friends. Instead of having 3 to 5 days suspension, you're gonna have 2 weeks lunch detention. I was like, what? That sounds way worse. And so one time, at the end of the week on a Friday, I think I was laying in lunch detention looking like sad, but I wasn't really. I was just already done eating, so I was like this. 2 teachers walked by that had me as a student at the time. It was Milligan and also Miss Root. And they're like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I slapped what's his name in the face, and now I have 2 weeks lunch detention. Like, oh, so then I come back to school on Monday. I go to the office again. They're like, "Oh, your teacher said you're a good kid. You just made this mistake." Boom. Only had to do that first week of lunch detention. It was sweet.
Nice.
I was like, "Damn, they saved me, dude." I was always happy.
You know what my favorite thing to do in lunch was when they always turned around to grab a tray to put your food on.
Yeah.
So every time they had those spicy chicken patties, they turn around. Boom, one right there.
Yeah.
You put it under the little line.
Yeah.
You know how they have like the thing that you slide your tray on?
Hell yeah.
Put it under there so they can't see it. They give you that. And as you pull your tray out, you have that chicken patty under your tray.
That free double lunch.
Yup, you go through the line, you swipe your card, you're good, you got double lunch.
Dude, one time, before we get closed, I'll just try to do this story quick.
Oh no, we're rolling into a second.
Miss Geis, Zach was like, she said something about Zach being late one time, and he was a good student. He only was like late once. She said something about being late. He's like, you know what? And we had a student teacher at the time. He's like, you know what? So if you're making Miss Allen teach the class while you're over there eating Pop-Tarts and KFC, and like it just got wild. We had like John Torres jump off the table, get all wild. We're like, oh shit! And like, Zach's like, I'm out of here or something, or she sent him out, and he's like, gladly, and so I just walked. I was like,
dude,
oh,
that reminds me of some of Tyler's write-ups.
Dude, he probably had.
I used to read his write-ups when he came home. And one of them was,
Dude, he got
Tyler was seen by numerous students today throwing erasers across the room while we were watching a movie in class.
Well, that must have been our class because that same thing happened to me, like in our
it was
class.
Van Rye. It
Oh, it was
social
Van Rye?
studies. And then there was another one where it's like Tyler thought it would be a good idea today to kick at a karate kick at a girl's head, and he's like, and he thought it was hilarious, and he laughed and rolled off the table.